The Up and Adam Show is sponsored by the TopFlix app. Discover your next favorite movie and TV series and where to stream it. Explore trending titles, popular trailers, entertainment news, and much more, all in one free app. Download it on the App Store today for free. Thank you and enjoy the video.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Up and Adam Show. My name is Adam Lupus. For anybody new joining, please hit that subscribe button and the like button. And if you guys are wondering what that top is, my good friend Sam from the UK designed it. He's actually an artist and he's does some really cool shit. So I love what he does. And he's actually doing a promo right now, 3 posters for the price of 2. And you can get this design and many others. And I'll put the description down below. Sorry, the link in the description down below. You guys know me, I can't talk well. And if you guys are wondering where to get this Stu Nods top, check out the page Hardcore Italians and use my discount code Up and Adam for 10% off. Now let's get right into the video, guys. I have a very cool episode in store for you guys today and a very interesting guest. I've been following her page for quite some time now, and she posts great things all geared towards mental health, which is something very important, especially nowadays with a lot of things going on. And I'm excited to talk to Natasha Sorella. Thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm excited too.
It's always so weird when someone asks me to do something. I don't think I'm used to the idea of like an interview besides going for a job interview, but I'm excited and thank you for having me. I kind of took a step back from it. I lost that desire to shine my light. And so with my experiences of 2020, I was like, okay, well, what do I have to lose? I had already started doing some healing work with first a therapist, then a mental health professional, and having a background in social work and having gotten my degree in it, I was like, okay, well, what else can I do right now? And Instagram is such a great platform to shine your light. So it was a massive step for me to get out there and, spread some awareness about anxiety, especially having the lived experience that I do. It was massive. I'm thinking to myself, okay, like, who do I want to be? What do I want to showcase?
Yeah.
And who am I, right? And so you look at these pages where sometimes you're like, well, this is a very traditional approach to anxiety. This is a really like playful approach to it. And what I wanted to do with this page is really showcase my experience with it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing every day. One day you'll see me dancing and that's how I work through my anxiety that day. The next day you'll see me convulsively crying and that's because that's how I deal with my anxiety that day. And like you said, it's all okay. It's all a part of this human experience that we're all going through.
You want to be the best therapist or anxiety coach out there because you know that you know your worth and you know the value you can bring to people, which is very important because once you bring value to people, that's when more opportunities come along, right? Which I think is something like we all should think about. But it's hard because again, we all go through these anxiety things, these anxiety attacks, or this sense of worriness, like, oh, should I do it? Like I'm scared and stuff like that, which is normal. And I think we have to start normalizing that, like the feeling of, I guess being hesitant to post something like how you feel, or even me being hesitant to talk in front of the camera because I have a little bit of a stutter. So these are things that I think everyone has those little flaws, but I don't even think they're flaws. They're just little things we have that make us unique that we need to just kind of embrace.
When you are looking to work with a coach or you're looking to work with a therapist or you're looking to even just work with someone in partnership, you have to feel connected to them. And that's why it's so important that it's not only you talking when you're looking to get some sort of service, it's also that service provider isn't in a place where they think they're the greatest thing and their shit doesn't stink. It's like, I want to know if I'm going to work with you that you have gone through it, because that's going to make me feel like I can trust you. And trust, and if I guess that kind of answers your question, is trust is such a big thing.
Listen, my girlfriend, she's in school for psychology right now too, and she's like a big help to me too. She's like, helps me with everything. So when I see people like her, people like you, it inspires me, right? Like I find people in that field. There's a lot of people I know a lot of people that I know from high school, they got into psychology and stuff, and they're just doing it just like because oh, it's just a Bachelor of Arts, right? Like they don't really take it seriously sometimes. But I
Mm.
find that if you really take it seriously and you really, even if you don't go to school for it, because not necessarily you have to go to school for it technically, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
again, it's all about experiences, right? Like I have people reach out to me for advice sometimes because I give good advice. 'Cause I've been through stuff, right? Like, and
Hmm.
sometimes it's just about experience, right?
You have to think about how that thing even came to be. It came from a thought. It came from someone thinking, I need to create a chair. I know I can create a chair.
Yeah.
The chair already exists because it's in someone's mind. And now they're using their energy, their birthright, to create this thing.
Yeah.
And to me, what that says is I have everything I desire. And I also, I grew up Catholic, and I don't necessarily like use the word God. I use the word higher power,
Mhm.
universe. But the idea behind it is that like the universe will give us whatever it is that we want,
Yeah.
as long as we have this energy to bring it into place. Have you ever noticed how when you're miserable, all you keep attracting is misery? I don't know about you, but like
Oh
for
no,
me,
I do. Trust me.
work yourself to like to the bone to get something. And it's like you could be working yourself to the bone to get something, but if one, you don't feel like you deserve it, two, you feel like it's never going to actually be attained, and three, you are exhausted by the idea of it, you will never get it. And that's the unfortunate part about it. But when you trust in divine timing, when you trust in the universe to give you what you want, I promise you it will come to you.
That's so powerful.
You need to live, breathe, and feel what it feels like to be whatever it is that you want. I
Yeah.
didn't start this page with full trust that I was an anxiety coach. But I told myself, because that's what I wanted. I wanted to be an anxiety coach. I wanted people to work with me and collaborate with me
Yeah.
because of my lived experience. And every day I practice this, and it's not an easy thing. And that's the part of it. It's like if you try to put a timeline on something, if you tell yourself I have to achieve this by this date, the universe is not going to want to give that to you, because the
No.
universe wants you to recognize that it has you in its best interest. At one point, we're going to look back at something we did and cringe at it, but also like be very grateful for it because it taught us something. And that's like my one of my most recent posts is like, in order to excel in this life, you need to be a forever student. And if
Yeah.
anyone tells you that you can be this expert and that you know everything, then don't even engage with that energy, because that's not what we need.